Okay, I went ahead and I top stitched the whole back up again, even though I didn't do it when I did the neck. And the reason why is because once you do that top stitching all the way around, it's all going to stick together anyway, so you might as well just go ahead and do it. Go ahead and do your top stitching there, and then everything will lay flat for you when you put it together. Okay, I took my sleeve, I sewed them together, wrong sides together, and then I tried to decide which one had the prettiest design on it, and that's the one I decided to use for that sleeve. So this one had a real pretty flower on it. Do you see that? So I decided to put that as one sleeve, and then this one will be the other sleeve. So you just got to remember that this is how I want them to go on. Okay, so that's the next step. I've got to put sleeves on, and then we're going to do the side seams. So as far as the sleeves go, like I said, I decided that I would rather have this one on this side. So this is going to be the front of it. So I want that to be just like that. So I'm going to turn it this way. Okay, do you see how I decided that? This is the front of my sleeve. I wanted that pretty flower there, the blue. So when I put that on, I'm going to sew it just like this. Okay, so fold it in half. Find out where your center is. Okay, fold your sleeve in half. Pick your center, because there's no shoulder seam for you to find. You've got to find it yourself. Okay, so then take your flower. Make sure you got right sides to right sides the way you want it. That's going to be wrong. I want that to be the I'm getting myself confused. I want that to be my front. Okay, so center of my sleeve to the center of my shoulder, and put one in. Put a pin in there. Okay. So check if you're confused. So turn this over, and then when you look at it, you'll realize that that blue flower is what's going to look at what your sleeve's going to be. Okay, you're going to have to turn this and ease it in. Okay, these sleeves are just going to come right down to the edge, and you're going to have a little bit of an overlap here. And that overlap, it's just going to be sewed right into your side seams. Let me see if I can show you in this one. I'm not going to be able to because of the fact that okay, well I can show you. Okay, so we're just going to sew those right off the edge, and that's going to be the interconnecting sleeve. See how it's just sewn right in there like that? And then when you sew your side seams up, that's going to just put them both together just like that. So when it goes off the edge like that, that's what you want to see on the sleeve, is it going off the edge, so that when that seam goes in, you're going to have that. Okay, so you're going to have to, some of these you'll have to do a little easing in. Some of them will go right in with no trouble at all, but you just want to work that in. Put your other side off the other side, just like that, and then get those sleeves put in. Okay, see how that's got a little bit there? So we're going to just ease it in. If you move this around, that's why you sew these two together, so they stay in the right, so they stay together. Put a pin there, and come back down and ease it in a little bit more, and put another pin in. So just do this. If it helps you to put a, you don't want a ruffle in there or any gathers. But if it does help you to put a line of gathering stitch and then pull it to give you that fitting in, go ahead and do that. If you want to do that too, you can. Okay, so just keep working it. And I'm going to keep working it so that when I do sew on this side, I don't have any puckers or anything in any of this to have to deal with. So I'm going to get that smoother so that when I sew those together, I'm not going to have any puckers whatsoever on the other side. Okay, so I'm just going to keep working it until I can get it in there with no puckers on the sleeve or the inside of the bodice. Okay. Okay, so when I do that, now I'm going to sew from, with it overhanging a little bit, I'm going to sew from one side to the other. Okay, I don't know if that shows you that in the sleeve. It doesn't. It tells you just to ease in the fullness between the notches. Okay, well, I'm not going to do that on camera because I've got 2 of them to do, so I'm going to sew both of these in, and then when I come back, we'll sew up the side seams. Okay, I've got one sleeve done. I've got it all eased in. Do you see how that's all sewn there, here, around the edge? And then this side doesn't have any puckers in it either. And that's what you're looking for. You don't want any puckers in the sleeve. So I pinned this one, this is the second one, and I pinned the middle in the center, and then see how I thought maybe it would be easier for you to see if you can see what that looks like from a side angle. So if you see that, this is what you're trying to ease into that shoulder. So you want to ease it in without any kind of puckers in there. And if you look at it like this, you can probably see what I'm talking about. Same thing down here. You want to ease in all those so it lays flat when you actually sew that in. So I thought that might help you to see that. Okay, so that's what's going to be there. And then this one, now that we've got our sleeve in, we're going to lay our sleeve flat on the inside, just like it was a regular sleeve. We're going to take these 2 side seams together, and as we sew, we're going to sew up the side all the way to the top, and that's going to be our side seam. And once we do that side seam, we're going to just do a couple clips, and that's going to be the end of our bodice pretty much. Okay, besides putting the Velcro or the snaps in the back. Okay, so I'm going to finish sewing in the second sleeve. I'm going to sew up the sides, and then I'll be back. Okay, I did one side seam. What you want to be careful for when you do sew your side seams like this, you want to make sure that your sleeves match. I was a little bit off here. Not too bad, not so bad that I'm going to, let me see if I can turn the light off so you can see better. That might be better. I didn't line this up exactly right, you see there? But anyway, this is the difference between sewing them like the instructions say to and sewing them the way I did. You're going to see all of your seams. With this one, you're not going to see all the seams. Another thing you're going to have to do is you're going to have to make some clips here, because when you turn this to the front and you look up the sleeve hole, you can see that that's really going to get in the way of your, I don't know where you're at, get in the way of your doll's movement. So you're going to have to clip that and then turn these down, and maybe if you clip here and clip here, open this up and then turn it down and tack it, you'll be able to smooth that out a little bit so it won't look so bulky and in the when the doll is wearing it. Okay, so that's basically it. I'm going to stop here for today. I'm going to sew the other side up. Like I said, when you do sew the other side up, line up your sleeves together as close as you can, so that when you do put that side seam in, don't worry so much about down here, because you can always fudge down here. But up here, you want those 2 sleeves to be lined up really as close as you can, so that when you do turn the sleeve over, that those sleeves match here at the front, which I didn't really do. Okay, so I'm going to stop here for today, and I'm going to decide tonight what kind of skirt to add to this. I don't know if I'm going to do that really big skirt or not. We'll see how it looks when I'm done. But anyway, that's how. It's not hard. It's just a time-consuming blouse. But once you get the hang of it, you can do like an A-line skirt down here. You can do a full skirt. You can do a mini skirt, a maxi skirt. it's whatever you want to do, and you can make it as wide as you want to. You just sew it to here, and then leave a 3-inch opening on the back, and you can make any size skirt or any shape of skirt you want to go on these little blouses. Okay, so I'll talk to you guys later. Have a good one.